We've got 100 anime to roast, starting with One Piece. Where to begin? The fact that the fanbase literally thinks it's a better story than the Bible, or the fact that it would require a 3-week binge to finish, or the fact that nobody dies and this bird somehow, someway survived a literal nuke, and their fans every single time claim peak fiction this, peak fiction that. But let's be honest, let's call it spade a spade. You can predict the One Piece arc way before it even starts. I'm sorry, but this is one of them fan bases, and I'm a part of it, but Jesus Christ, guys, I'm sorry to tell you, but Rem is not real. And no, this is not some joke, and if you're confused about what the fuck I'm talking about, Rem here came in second place to Amelia, who has no personality, and Rem actually loves the main character way more than this crazy-ass Amelia. And basically, 10 years later, fans still won't shut the fuck up about it, and I know we're aware how anime fans feel about their waifus, but this feels like the strongest connection of them all, and it's funny, because Akina is a real number one. So this is what everyone, and I mean everyone, even Mal, calls the greatest anime of all time. But every time someone says it, it's as if someone is pointing a fucking nuke at their head. Everyone goes all, objectively, it has to be the best. Like Tyler, the creator, said,
I don't care about people's objective top nothing. Tell me what is your favorite.
I've never seen the anime community have such Stockholm Syndrome over an anime before. Let's be honest, Full Metal, it's good, but does anyone, and I mean anyone, have it as their favorite anime? But that Mustang scene does go hard though. And okay, now that I just pissed off 99% of anime fans, let me just make it abundantly clear. You are watching a video called Roasting 100 Anime. So sit back, relax, it's not that deep, and remember, My Hero Academia is gonna get roasted at some point. My personal objective greatest of all time, whatever that means. And much like Full Metal, I don't think the anime community lies to themselves about an anime more than they do here. Just for context, this is my second favorite ever, and if it weren't for Naruto nostalgia, it would be my GOAT. But Hunter x Hunter is highly stylized, and there's no way that many people think it's the GOAT when we spend 10 episodes running, an arc playing a shitty RPG game, Hisoka is a creeper, the final battle is mainly a fucking chess game, and the flashbacks make Nam look like nothing. It once again is everyone getting pressured to say they like something, because if you say a word against Hunter x Hunter, you will be hung and then revived to be put under the guillotine by everyone with a killer profile picture. So my anime of the year, and I have 3 videos on my channel glazing the shit out of this anime, and the whole community has been milking you for views all season, just going back to you time and time again. Yeah, we took a break because of Arcane. Yeah, Uzumaki and Blue Lock gave us something else to talk about. And yeah, the Stepsister summer was interesting, but the reality is, you stand out so much, and you're so beloved, because this has been a shit year for new anime. I've waited years, decades, since the last season. It's been so long. We forgive you, but please, we'll take the Blue Lock treatment at this point. Tell me, son. Tell me it's coming. Tell me Peak will return. Sorry, Grandpa, it's not coming, but we have 92 isekai to go watch. So I dropped a video on Redo of Healer, and it's my most popular video ever, and it was just a review of the series, and looking back on it to see if it was that bad, and I'll be honest, I thought the anime was universally thought of as shit. Not in the controversial way, just shit. So when I was reviewing, there were parts of the story that I either glossed over, or instead of going in depth, I just described it with a bit and a joke. You know how it is. And did you guys know this anime has a die-hard fan base? No. I don't mean they like it for the edginess or the horny reasons. There is a die-hard fan base that legitimately thinks this is one of the best written anime of all time. And all I gotta say is, FBI, they in this comment section right here. Makima.
指を噛まれたことはある？覚えて。
Power. Himeno.
Wanna do it? Fine.
Girl from trailer. Oh shit, guys, I was just pretending to be a Chainsaw Man fan. So you've never heard of this anime, so let me give you the rundown on why it has a fan base. Leave a like if you paused or rewinded the video. I've never seen an anime be so popular but so unpopular at the same time. I don't know if this makes sense, but everyone who loves this anime decided at the age of 13 to model their entire personality off Spike and Jin, because these motherfuckers do not attempt to put anyone onto the show. They're like Kendrick Lamar. They don't even drop an Instagram post when they got a project on the way. It's just like, yeah, it's a 10 out of 10. You can watch it, or you can not watch it. It's all good, but you should watch it. It's pretty good. I've never seen an anime cross over into so many Sigma male edits as this one. I must ascend. I must reach a new height. I was born to shit and forced to wipe. I must break free. I must achieve this by solo leveling. So now that that's all over, I think this anime also highlighted the fact that nothing else really came out this year that was that stellar. This fanbase is the My Hero Academia romance anime. They produce more content than actual creators. They post so much slosh about this anime that I actually thought the pink-haired girl was the main character. And every fucking Twitch streamer got a week of content out here doing that stupid ass dance. And me? I'm a content creator, so I'm gonna do that stupid ass dance.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
Well, now that you can gouge your fucking eyes out, let's move on. You fucking manga readers. Honestly, I'm so happy what happened to this anime because all of you manga readers that pester us about every anime we need to read or we're missing out on. You're always so pumped when your whack-ass manga get produced into an anime. The best part about this one was the first episode looked amazing. It looked incredible. It looked stellar. It looked like it was anime done right. You manga readers would not shut the fuck up about what a great adaptation you got. And then we got this. Sweet glory, man, hallelujah. We have won. We have won. We have won. These fuckers are gonna be crying about this shit for decades to come. You don't know this anime? You sure? You absolutely sure you don't know this anime? You never seen her before? Okay, let me run this back because this clip went ultra mega viral on Twitter. Let's see if you remember now. Okay, we good? We good? So besides the fact that this caused Twitter to lose its mind and a bunch of people discovered how far Japan will go, it's actually just a wholesome, decent simulation of how a student council operates. And just like that, everybody expecting fan service paradise has left the arena. I will admit, I haven't watched this anime, but it produces more GIFs than Minecraft produces groomers. So everyone's roasting Arcane for the pacing this, the pacing that, it's rushed jinx this, jinx that, but specific YouTubers started breaking down the real meat and potatoes of Arcane, provide the world on an understanding of what the actual purpose of the story is, exposing the power of Snow Bunny mind control. So I've taken it upon myself to interview the living legend himself to hear it from the source. So thank you for joining me. So how much of a power up does Snow Bunny mind control actually give Echo?
Motherfucker, your mistake is assuming it has any benefits. Research shows that while it feels fantastic in the short term, Snow Bunny mind control has dire effects on mental health and well-being, kinda like crack.
Alright, sorry for my mistake. So with that being said, who is the best Snow Bunny in all of anime?
Oof, I swear, I'm not even a milkman like that, but Misa does something to my spirit. I support homosexuality in all forms, but I still gotta look at Light a little crazy for not pouncing on that. You need a real-life, functioning Death Note to pull me out, cause otherwise, I'm dying in the snow!
So this anime, for some reason, is watched by people who don't watch other anime, and don't get me wrong, it's relatable and all that good stuff. By no means is it overrated, but I went into this thinking it was just a slice of life with family drama. And little did I know it was like fucking Twilight with people transforming into rats and cats and all this shit. I've never been so blindsided in my life, like holy shit. You know, this is a really interesting watch. It will really get your brain working, but why? Just why you gotta show him as an adult, and then him running around with like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not tripping, right? Like, I'm not trying to overblow. It's not the end of the world, but like, you know what I mean. The soccer anime that nobody knows about, but anyone that watches won't shut the fuck up about. This is a supernatural sports anime, and don't get me wrong, sports anime like to be absurd, but holy fucking shit, this anime has the most insane out of context scenes. Like, why in the fuck is this tiny ass kid trying to stop a nuke from going into the goal? Somebody explain. Let's see, the author is a weirdo? That's concerning. If there was any signs along the way. This is the first scene, let's check it out. Japan is never gonna change, are they? So this is the basketball anime, but I think the author learned basketball through Instagram edits, because how the fuck does someone fall by you looking at them? Holy shit, the abandoned middle child. Little kids today will be like, Papa, the big three is One Piece, Naruto, and Dragon Ball? Bleach has become something so forgotten. People will use the OST in TikToks and not know where it's coming from. It's fucking losing out to My Hero Academia this year. And the worst part is every new anime is basically a copy of Bleach and it gets no credit whatsoever. Regardless of that, you will always be so irrelevant and we even forget to make fun of you. This shit is the embodiment of all those kind of smart, snotty kids in high school. You know, the kids who were in the honors classes, but they were average in the honors classes? You know, the type of kids that memorize everyone's class rank and GPA. Those people are who this anime appeals to. And it's not bad, but Jesus Christ, is it trying way too hard to be like Code Geass and Death Note. But who knows? I'm gonna have some snot-nosed kid leaving a comment soon. You're just not intelligent enough to understand this anime. If you hear this is someone's favorite anime, run. And I mean hit the fucking decks. Call the police, call the CIA, call Michael fucking Myers, call anyone. Because I can confirm that this is their favorite anime. They got some shit wrong with them in the wiring of their brain. You ain't gotta be an electrician to figure that out. If this is someone's favorite anime, they probably mad wholesome. They probably was shy growing up, didn't have many friends. Talking about y'all, computer science kids, engineering majors, please stand up. Please stand up. Y'all got some representation for the 1000 fucking time in anime. But this is the most accurate because we all know when a quiet kid crashes out, they will be going over the top with shit like this. But the only inaccuracy here is that he bags a girl in this one. But I mean, it is fiction at the end of the day. Some of y'all may not know about this new anime, but it's basically proving why the Earth isn't the center of the universe. Except, if you try and prove it, you die. And basically, everyone, including myself, turns this anime on to feel smart. Like, I know y'all just bombed your latest test, so load this boy up to feel smart again. 22 minutes of bliss and being fake intelligent ain't that bad. Why the fuck was he a chair? This was the most unneeded be different shit ever. He literally functions as a fucking cat the whole time, and they made him a chair for some bullshit symbolism. Anime be doing shit like this way too much, man. Like, you could be a wolf or a penguin or some cool shit, but a goddamn chair? Man, if you're on this list, you know I was really running out of anime, but would it really kill you guys to just hire a decent writer? Like, not to be an old head, but back in my day, we had the Dark Ride movie, the Latios movie, Black and White, the Arceus movie, all fun stories that were good for kids and honestly, aged pretty well. And that motherfucker Mewtwo was cold. That brother will show up in your nightmares. And now you expect me to get nervous for this? If you don't know what this anime is, it simulates the life of every anime fan, where a guy best friend watches all of the girls he likes get rejected, and they all come to him to just complain about their problems. So it's basically a Taylor Swift song in anime form. Before man, before the earth, before time itself, there existed 3 rulers who oversaw the earth. The ruler of peace, the ruler of rage, and the ruler who could see the future. One day, the ruler of the future saw a great calamity in the future, but they were wrong. Because it's actually Boruto, and nothing has ruined the series' reputation quite like this. And I mean it, the anime for this is literally 90% filler, and the manga, it's like, okay, but instead of fighting ninjas or monsters or even aliens, yes, we are asking for aliens at this point, we are fighting machines. Aha, season 2, PG lock, hee hee hoo ah. No, we're not doing that here, because we gotta talk about the fact that all these characters are batshit insane. He has schizophrenia, he gets horny from soccer, he has brother issues, he has confidence issues, he is just a decent guy. So you never heard of this anime, but just know it's one of the worst isekai of all time, and it has this scene.
Hi.
So basically, they hope you get horny from the character designs and stick around for a revenge plot that is somehow worse than redo of Healer in writing. Yes, it is that bad. Well, AOT is the greatest anime of all time, right? So I guess I don't really have much to talk about. You guys want to see my AOT wallet though? It's pretty cool, right? Hey, dumb fuck. You want to hear what happens in the end?
Eren is a bird, his story is forgotten, fake love between Eren and Mikasa, everybody makes up, nobody dies. Reminder, Eren is a bird. Zeke changes his mind after a 40-second conversation. Zeke and Levi never fight, everyone fake dies. One kiss changed Ymir's mind, Eren never had a plan, Eren killed his own mother and blamed Reiner for it.
This anime is suddenly getting talked about again because of Daddy Scamboli, but in reality, everyone needs to take a second to just look at it for what it is, right? Let's say you haven't heard about this anime and someone watches this first episode, where you try and convince them that even though the characters look like this and the art is drawn like this and the anime has moments like this, you're gonna suddenly tell people it's super deep and super dark, and regardless of if you're right or wrong or you have a point, you need to look yourself in the mirror and realize if you manage to ignore those other barriers, you are officially in too fucking deep, man. Because let's call a spade here, man. This shit looks so weird from the outside looking in. I was so fucking hyped for this anime, like so hyped. I watched every trashy romance, every whack sports anime. So when we got this with stellar animation, I was so pumped for it. And when it started, we got Taiki, who's playing badminton, and Kano, who's playing basketball, and he likes her, and suddenly she moves into his house. Everything is shaping up, and we got a love triangle going on. And 8 episodes in, that is still the only fucking thing that has happened. Now look, I swear I'm not being mean because my video on it bombed, but I know the manga is like 200 chapters and the season is 24 episodes, but they really have fuck all going on at this point. And I feel like this was the first genuine critique of an anime I've had on here, so I'm never gonna do it again. But please, Blue Blocks, get your shit together. Besides the fact that people look up your a concerning amount on certain websites, this anime has issues. Because if you think about it, they are taking a super fucked up plot and time in real world history and turning it into one of the most fun anime ever. Like, yes, son, wake up for this anime that feels like a Saturday morning cartoon, where this broke kid goes to a prestigious school and tries to make friends with this guy so her fake dad, who's a spy, can kill his dad. Also, remember to get good grades. Also, her fake mom is an assassin and the dog can see the future. Like, what? So when one of them goes to shit, is the other one just watching?
A little card called Grave Robber.
Why does Joey have a Brooklyn accent? What has she ever done? And why is this all happening for a card game? This shit, man, this shit is so hype. Please remake it. Dark Side of Dimensions was so cool, and oh my goodness, the new shit is so ass. I think this anime is the literal definition of mediocre. Like, quite literally, there's nothing special about it, but nothing particularly bad about it. But also, where are the parents? So everyone loves Haikyuu. I love Haikyuu. You love Haikyuu. Hopefully some girl you're talking to on Hinge watches Haikyuu. It's fucking Haikyuu, man. But does no one acknowledge the fact that this kid who has never played volleyball competitively is all of a sudden competing against the best at nationals just because he trained a little hard? Also, bro's vertical is 42 inches. For context, prime Steph Curry has a 36-inch vertical. Screw volleyball. This dude needs to go to the league. As someone that used to exclusively make Mushoku Tensei content, I can say it is absolutely insane how many people defend the fact that the MC is weird. Like, you know, that Dr. Disrespect type weirdo. And they always retaliate, but it's okay to have a flawed MC. But the flaws Rudis has are questionable, and the worst part is just how fucking good the anime is. Like, I don't think they realize if it wasn't for the weird stuff, the anime would legitimately be 3 to 4 times as popular as it is now. The amount of times I've talked to people I just met and hit them with the, oh, you watch anime? And we talk about the basics, we establish we both watch a lot of anime, and the other person will go, look, don't think I'm weird, but have you ever watched Mushoku Tensei? I know that's weird, but it's just so good. And honestly, that's the right take. It's a legit 9 out of 10 show that has a lot of 10 out of 10 moments, but unfortunately Japan gotta be Japan. I feel like a life-changing moment would be if you found this or Joe Rogan first, because the amount of people that model their life off this vibe is crazy, and low-key, I wish I was that chill guy. Like, Spike is really just a chill guy. Like, such a chill guy. What an incredibly chill guy that Trigun is better than. If you haven't heard of this, it's basically the anime where the #1 Smash player in Japan gets taught how to get a girlfriend by the #2 Smash player in Japan. And honestly, this is just fuel to give gamers hope that if they stay inside, eventually someone will come and save them with a harem. And honestly, if Madara won, our dreams may all be something like that. Fuck this fan base. I haven't seen it, but she's dead, guys. She's not coming back. And there's this one individual I know, another growing anime YouTuber named Mocha, and all he talks about is how perfect this girl was. She was the best waifu in anime, which makes no sense because she literally exists. And on top of all that, this guy is chatting so crazy about her, and he's literally British. They're not supposed to have emotions. It's to the point where I don't care anymore. Fuck you and your pancreas. Okay, that was a little mean. Maybe once I actually watch the movie, I'll make an apology video. That was pretty bad. I'm sorry. I hope your pancreas gets better. Now. Here. This is a Gooner's delight. A Gooner's paradise. But let's be honest, we're all Rent-A-Girlfriend enjoyers. Just Rent-A-Girlfriend is way better than this garbage, right? And this amount of gooning, that's unhealthy. See, Rent-A-Girlfriend has a natural amount of gooning. It's a progression that is something that has been analyzed to a T. To goon to a point where it is actually beneficial to your mental health. Whereas this is an unnatural amount of gooning. This is a concerning amount of gooning. But just to make sure and just so I could warn you guys better, what platform is it on again? This anime felt like what happens when your friend walks up to you and says, "Hey, I'm getting into photography," and then proceeds to buy the most expensive camera on the market. And what I mean by that is Kaiju no 8 here is vastly over-marketed and produced. And don't get me wrong, the anime is stunning and the manga is really good, but this anime just did not pick up steam, and the fanbase is like, it's really good, you should watch it, and everyone who watches it is like, it's really good, you should watch it, but everyone just decides to watch more shit isekai instead. This anime is about a grandpa and grandma who turn young again, and that's it. That's the whole anime. It's well known that speaking to another human is the greatest fear of all Bocchi the Rock fans, until another came. Something so dark, something so cruel, something so contrarian, they couldn't bear to fight back against his boldness, because he said,
"No one is that socially awkward."
And hey man, I'm with Connor on this one. I haven't seen this shit, maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong, but they got so pissed off at this. Ooh, little girl, look, she cries, she got eye water. He's dead, girl, keep it moving. Like, imagine if we got this animation on an actual anime, like Rent a Girlfriend, something where we could actually connect with it and not have to worry about whatever this fake NTR romance is. If Tokyo Revengers is the definition of mediocre, I think this is the definition of mid. And what's the difference between mediocre and mid? I don't know, you gotta get to the bottom of that one. Don't you love when your super smart MC loses because of the try trope? It's awesome, right? Right? This was still the greatest episode in anime history. The biggest piece of dog shit I have ever seen. The heir to Naruto's throne. This? Everyone's like, why do you keep on hating on My Hero Academia? What's the problem with My Hero Academia? Okay, maybe the fact that the MC got no problem with Bakugo sliding on his girl. Maybe the fact that this fanbase queer baits like it's their 9 to 5. Or maybe the fact that they took their bum ass, sorry ass, Deku, and made him a teacher after it was all said and done. And I mean, how many endings this manga could got? Like, imagine if AOT got another try. And this fan base is the most rabid monsters we've ever seen. Like how the fuck you wake up and think, yeah, I'm gonna cosplay Deku today. Deku? Like, what is wrong with you? Do you not have pride? Why would you want to cosplay someone so pitiful and useless as that? To be honest with you, I could be here all day roasting My Hero Academia. So if this video gets 25,000 likes, I will drop a 1-hour roast on My Hero Academia. I feel like with this, they just wanted to make a fun random anime with DC characters, then all of a sudden people started taking it really serious, and everyone on YouTube knew if they shit on it, they would get easy views. But it's like, we got Harley Quinn in here, it can't be that bad, right? This thing is definitely going to be a cult classic in 10 years though. Edgy and evil Power Rangers pretend to be good and become massive influences in society. That sounds like everyone on YouTube nowadays. What type of scandal are they gonna have? Crypto? Honey? Dr. Disrespect allegations? Oh, they just fake save people. That's pretty pedestrian in comparison. The only criticism you can really have for this anime is the fact that despite Lelouch's power and knowledge, he still couldn't out Pizza the Hut. How am I supposed to roast something like this? I already told her to fuck her pancreas. You guys are gonna think I'm a monster. So all I'm gonna say is, how you ask me about a girl? Like, come on, dude. Chris Brown didn't. If you see this anime title and don't bat an eye, just know you've gone too far. This is one of those anime that before you watch it, you're like, what the fuck could this possibly be about? Nobody will shut the fuck up about it. And like, how could cooking in a dungeon result in all of these types of thumbnails? From the bottom of my heart, screw you and your anime. If you're not familiar and wondering why we're still on this title card, it's the fact that this anime is known for copyright striking anyone who uses their content whatsoever. So the reviews that take weeks or months to make, or the anime roundup clips of dozens of different anime titles, they're all getting copyrighted, and half the damn time it's just us saying how underrated Shangri-La is. Well, it's crazy nobody's watching it, so screw you and let's talk about something else. How does it feel to be the only MAPPA product that wasn't a banger? No, bands, groups, creator houses, they always got that one member, you know, who isn't as poppin' as the rest, and that's you. And it's funny considering the unique art style and premise. I really wonder if this scene didn't go viral on the horny corners of the internet, if the show even would have gotten the attention it did get. Your live action adaptation went more under the radar than Bleach returning. I think the worst part of your show is the fact that y'all fanbase claim everyone stole from you. Before you're like, objectively, we're correct. My brother and Gojo, listen here, every anime steals from each other. That's like saying, is everything a ripoff of Gilgamesh because every story got people in it? Like, what y'all saying? If you were really moving like that, and y'all were really the GOATs, and y'all really did everything the best on your first go, y'all would have got a remake years ago. It's funny how Blue Lock gets all the attention and the actual accurate soccer anime nobody talks about because they claim it's boring. And honestly, besides the fact that you gave bro the Byakugan, I can't even roast you for anything because I just feel bad for you. What's hilarious is the fact that everyone watched the first episode and never came back. Then 1 year later, all we hear is that it's filled with incest, and that's literally it. Rent-A-Girlfriend would never try something so preposterous. So this is a canceled basketball anime that none of you have heard about, and as you can see, everyone has duck lips for some reason. If you didn't know, this anime got canceled because the mangaka crashed out so bad because he hated the adaptation that much. But to be honest with you, I was watching that shit, and now it's just gone, and I really want it back. This anime is for goners, degenerates, and true kings. Yes, this is a compliment and not a roast, because this thing is just a gift that keeps giving for YouTubers. And comment if you want me to make a video on this peak as well, because this anime is so degenerate, it's good. And I feel like the fanbase for this shit is way, way, way bigger than people realize. They have no idea that there's a hidden legion of gooners that worship this anime like it's a religious work. Everyone talked about this like they do Solo Leveling now, about how they're introducing more animated media from Asia, but honestly, this fanbase went more silent than the Bleach crowd. Like, Jesus Christ, this shit has no staying power whatsoever. The anime carried by Giguk's voice acting performance.
You fool. I am Rhodes Emus!
And another anime that got everyone doing that fucking dance, so you know what time it is, you know I was born for this, let's do it. You know, I just want a PSA real quick. Black Clover does get good. It's probably the most fan-servicey mainstream shonen. If you're into that, you can indulge. But why in the fuck would you make your first 60 episodes of Naruto speedrun? Like, do you remember the marketing that went into this piece of shit just for them to make it Naruto 2.0 but way worse? The other thing is, people like to go on as if Black Clover becomes a 10 out of 10 after this, and don't get me wrong, it is good, but it's not like the next Rent-A-Girlfriend or anything like that. Why does an anime that basically says, hey, a zombie apocalypse, that's way better than your 9 to 5, right? And everyone heard this claim was like, yup, 100%. This is one of those anime where we all watch the first couple episodes, and then we dropped it, and you see a clip on Twitter months later, and it's like, what the fuck is going on here? Dog, when you hear about all the changes they did from the anime to the manga, I swear to God, manga readers have never been this right about anything ever. And let's be honest, those fuckers aren't right about anything. And I'm serious, it's genuinely baffling how many things they changed. Like, I don't understand why writers just go, yeah, I think we know better than the mangaka, and then they just try and write some bullshit. Like, honestly, maybe just adapt the story the exact same way. Maybe the way that worked the first time will work the second time. Gee whiz, I don't fucking know. I'm just a YouTuber who uses common sense every once in a while. The only reason you're on this list is because I played Euphonium for like 10 years, and all I have to say is, big kids be like. This is one of those anime that everyone hypes up to be all dark and dramatic, but it's to the point where it's impossible for it to actually live up to the expectation. It's like everyone expects you to watch it and all of a sudden break down and start crying, like, oh my god, I can't believe they all died. It's like, yup, I might have done that if I didn't know going into it that all these people were gonna die. Yeah! When you're trying to put someone onto a show, maybe it's better to just say, like, nothing at all than spoiling the entire thing. Man, the kids in this show are a tiger parent's dream between all their skills, but despite their intelligence, they couldn't make up for a Blue Lock level adaptation. Like, Jesus Christ, is it really that hard to not fuck up an adaptation? This shit felt like when Elon threw a rock through his car window. Like, do people not have a sense when they're adapting the shows to think to themselves, hey, maybe the changes we made, maybe they're a bit fucking stupid, but let's do them anyways. We know better. Imagine creating something from a marketing perspective that could not miss. I mean, think about it. You're giving anime fans a story about VR at a time when VR was coming out, where they can be transported into a video game and become a badass with a harem, and somehow, someway, you manage to fall off because... Like, what the fuck were you thinking when you were writing the story? And also, the Wincest? Come on, guys, how did you miss? But come boys, you want to know what the funniest part? The funniest part of SAO is? They have a video game that isn't even an MMO. What dumbass is in charge of this franchise? Ah yes, how could I forget? The only big time shonen that managed to fall off so hard, people don't even remember it's not over. I feel like Fairy Tail was the gateway drug for a lot of people, from typical shonen to more weird shows. Like, every old school Fairy Tail fan has somehow, some way turned into a Madoka Magic fanatic. This this fucking fan base will not shut up about their anime. We're longer than One Piece. That isn't a flex. The first season is shit, but it's peak from there. That is also not a flex. Speedwagon can fuck my wife and take my kids. That is fair. No, don't get me wrong, the art is cool, seeing people pull off the cosplays is sick, but these guys don't even view themselves under the same umbrella as anime fans. It's like, there's anime fans that like One Piece, Naruto, Black Clover, whatever. Anime fans who watch H anime. And then for some reason, in a completely different block and sector, it's just JoJo fans. That's what they identify as. Like, I don't know what the secret sauce is in that anime that gets people acting like this, but if I see this panel one more time, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna do nothing because this panel goes super hard. Demon Slayer is mid. Now on to, imagine if I actually did that. I believe that calling Demon Slayer mid in 2025 is now a normie opinion, when in fact you have to be an actual fucking dumbass to think this is mid. But let's be honest, there is one fair criticism to have, and I'm sure you've heard this fan base already. I'm sure Shinobu fans were angry because she was removed from the story and we had to deal with this mind-broken bozo instead of the best written character in anime. They were all watching that email of an arc like, why couldn't we just get a Shinobu OVA, or an arc where we watch her train hand-to-hand combat, an arc where she trains her boxing on a beach, or anything like that. Alright guys, let's be honest, in the year 2025, most of us are learning about Fate through the memes. The memes, right? Not the other thing. But look, as someone who doesn't watch Fate, why is there so many sabers? Also, how do I actually start the series? Do I start the series? Should I start the series? Is there even a series to start? Someone please explain! Alright, well I guess someone did explain. The anime everyone claims is better than Rent a Girlfriend, so when the emo kid falls into a relationship, it's all good. But when Kaguya works at 5 girls at once, it's a big problem. So this story is revered by many, but this is another anime where the fan base is scared to admit they watch it. They're like distorting their voice when they talk about it, like,
yeah, I watched it, it's a 10 out of 10, but don't worry, I closed my eyes during the weird part.
It's like, dude, come on, man. Rent a Girlfriend fans never have to worry about anything weird like that, because we can be proud of what we watch and we don't watch weird shit. Can he be Goku? Headass. Alright, Dragon Ball fans are honestly wholesome as fuck. They're like, yeah, the anime hasn't been good for decades, but go, Goku, go! And their copes are always hilarious. They're like, yeah, it may be bad, but I swear, 1998 Dragon Ball X where Goku kills a monkey and Vegeta fights Zoro is goated. And it's like, dog, y'all got so many series and you can't just make one for the Vegeta guy to win. Like, I don't even know him like that, but I feel bad. Look, I know we're not supposed to insult Ghibli movies, but let's be honest. Some Ghibli movies would do a bit better with a tad bit more plot. Now, shut up. I hear you fucking typing in my comments. The magic of Ghibli movies is the feeling. The story would ruin it, you fucking Taurus. And listen to what I'm saying. Just a tad, a little drop of story would go a long way instead of feeling like I'm watching a PC benchmark video. Look, they put you up there with Rito of Healer and all that weird shit, but your reputation is the least bad of the worst of the worst. It's like, damn, you were scared to cross some lines, but you crossed enough lines that everyone looks at you like, you watched that? I bet everyone who watches this thinks they're so fucking smart, self-inserting into the MC and shit, but I swear, I just picture every mega fan of this to be a member of the fucking Flintstones who thinks we should go back to a primal state where we live off the land. Food Wars is not about food. Food Wars was made by a doujin artist. You can tell Food Wars was made by a doujin artist. What happens when they really like food? Ha ha, trash ass adaptation. Rent a Girlfriend would never have something this bad. Your bum ass fanbase thought y'all were next up. Little did they know you were next up in being the next Promised Neverland. Unlike Goblin Slayer, you are seen as the best of the fanservice anime, and all I'm gonna do is tell a story about how I learned about this anime. So I was at a bullshit internship where they took us to some place to pander us and try and woe us and hope we signed to their company. It doesn't matter. But we were all waiting around, and this kid wasn't talking to anybody, and he seemed real quiet, so I went up to him, and you know how we all get that spidey sense when we see someone that looks like us, talks like us, walks like us? It's like, okay, do you watch anime? And then instead of going band for band, you go anime for anime. Like, you watch this, you watch that, and then he's like, yeah, I watch this, you know, I like all the popular shonen, yada, 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 and as the rabbit hole goes down, and as you go further down this trail, you start admitting, you're like, oh, I know this is a little weird, but have you checked out Mushoku Tensei? This kid goes, have you heard of High School DxD? And I was like, no, I've never heard of it. What's it about? and he starts glazing the shit out of this, talking to me about how good the story was and how it was one of the best anime he ever watched, completely losing himself in the description of this anime. And I was like, oh my word, I gotta check it out. And then just like that, he snapped out of the trance he was in, and bro remembered he was actually giving me a recommendation with the absolute fear of God. He was like, but don't worry, I don't like any of the weird stuff. And word just started flying out of his mouth like a machine gun, and he was like, I promise I didn't know about the weird stuff before I watched it. Like, it's really good though, I promise. Little did he know, I make videos on anime. I haven't watched it, but I heard you created NTR. Look, it's not Rent-A-Girlfriend, but this relationship got some of y'all moving parasocially as hell. Like, some of y'all gotta remember, they aren't a real couple. Because remember, guys, love isn't real. We're gonna be single forever. An anime that tries to compare the rise of robots to the rise of AI in the real world and is filled with blatant real-world comparisons. Yeah, guys, this is gonna be Twitter's favorite anime. Pain, a tug at the heart, and even the mention of this leave me depressed at just the thought. And all of that is what I would say until the fucking edits for this started pumping out like crazy. Like, Jesus Christ, I relive the pain of Cyberpunk every fucking day on my feed. And at first I was like, cool, this is a nice little 4K revamped edit. But wait to completely devalue some of those scenes, man. Like, nah, I'm genuinely mad at this one. I'm completely numb to that story now. Imagine going from being one of the deepest anime of all time that left people speechless to a fucking meme. Bro, like, you either live long enough to become a legend, irrelevant, or just a meme. Giguk's manga. If it weren't for Giguk, you would have been a meme of the week. But now, you're a cult classic and, the gateway drug to H anime. I got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world too. This is legitimately, without question, the worst anime I have ever watched, with zero exaggeration, and it is that fucking terrible. And yes, it is an isekai. So up next, my personal favorite anime of all time, Naruto. You know, the ninja story where young children train to fight monsters, terrorists, and aliens? Only to forgive them at the end because we can't have our main character killing anyone? Let's introduce queer baiting to anime as well. You're still my goat. Oh boy, this one is devoid of criticism, isn't it? We gotta be careful. Can't tick off too many people, and it's such a hype and perfect first season, there's nothing to complain.
It's two friends in a farm carrying out their daily activity.
Look. Don't get mad at people if they don't like to watch 10 episodes of farming. And guess what? That's not ADHD brain. That is a lot of episodes of farming, especially coming from a Vinland Saga that was about violence. Now season 2 still is a grand tale and it came together nicely. And please stop acting like people shouldn't have gotten bored of what it was, because that was the point of the scenes, to feel the monotonous nature of what his life was. But we just miss what it used to be. I swear, you didn't exist before 2022. I don't care when you actually came out, because out of nowhere, you just Mandela affected your way into my dimension. All of a sudden, you're one of the greatest anime of all time. I cannot be the only one who thinks this. You did not exist in my previous timeline. Somewhere along the line, I was transferred into this dimension because you are not real. There's no way I only just heard about you this year. I'm onto you, and all you guys are being manipulated, and I'm here to save you guys, because I'm telling you, Gurren Lagann did not exist. Aliens came and they downloaded it into your brain, and I'm not crazy, you are. Do you guys even want to see this mid-ass dancing? Do you guys not want to see a real K-pop star dance? I'm sure you do, so don't worry, I will reward you for making it this far. As I'm dancing away, let's just wind down as we got 3 left. I hope you guys are having a ton of fun with this video. I know it took me so long. Hope no one's taking any of this too seriously. Oh man, I'm really hitting it right now. But I feel like this is the next level. I feel like this was me at my full capacity of Magnus Open, whatever it's called. And hey, if you want to send it to people to react to it, if you want to react to it, if you want your favorite streamer to react to it, obviously I would appreciate that, and obviously you can. So let me know what you think about it down below, and if you could really leave a like, I would super appreciate that. So let's move on to the last 3. The amount of fake Aristotles this anime exposes is insane. Like, don't get me wrong, it's deep, it's great, but the amount of people that pretend to be into the story is hilarious. It's like that shonen fan, you know, that watches it and says something like, yeah, I really enjoyed the character development and the themes and the symbolism really moved me. And you're like, you said Fire Force was good. Where you learned that term symbolism? I ain't never heard you talk like that before. And the amount of video essays, my god, Jesus Christ, the amount of video essays, like, holy shit. Everyone is Aristotle talking about the passing of time and how we gotta appreciate the now. And then there's people that are just there for the Rent-a-Girlfriend is considered by many to be the greatest work of fiction of all time, with many leaving it off greatest anime of all time list due to its obvious dominance of the subject by destroying its competition time and time again. With a beautiful, tying, and intricate romance of Kazuya, Chizuru, Ruka, Mimi, and so many more, it may be hard to pick a thorn in the perfection that is Rent-a-Girlfriend, but the only roast I have for this anime is that there's only 36 anime episodes and 360 chapters to indulge your mind in. So with that being said, let's jump to mid. Jujutsu Kaisen, where our MC got NTR'd by his mentor, Gojo didn't just steal Itadori's show, but he has given Instagram creators careers, and officially caused his Bondo to be a term in all households, whilst also having so much aura that his scenes have played a massive part in Japan's failing work system more than anything else. But for a long time in anime, it was seen that the medium was filled with men that were horny for anime women, elves, and monsters, but what Jujutsu Kaisen has shown us is if you give women the perfect MC with white hair and blue eyes, they will horn out to a level that will make men rethink if they even hit puberty at all. So I hope you had fun with this one. I had a lot of fun with this one. It took so long to make. Make sure you leave a like. Please leave a like. This took so damn long to make, but you need to watch the perfect anime for degenerates now. So click this video here, and don't forget, we're just getting started. We're gonna stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video.